I'm Albert. I'm, as you at least can see, maybe can hear, I'm from Norway. And I work in a policy think tank and lead our animal welfare project. And as we in Langsikt argue, farmed animal welfare in Norway essentially means farmed salmon welfare. And the reason for that is that farmed salmon accounts for over 90% of our farmed animals. Fish account for over 98% of farmed animals in Norway and have similar issues as salmon. The scale is quite large also globally. So Norway produces over 50% of the salmon in the world. And at any given moment, around 900 million salmon, farmed salmon swim in Norwegian waters. But on top of the scale being very large, so are their welfare issues. So salmon is the species in Norwegian animal farming with the highest rates of mortality. Around 16% of grown-up salmon die in production, so before reaching slaughter. And among juvenile or sort of younger fish, this is actually 1 in 4. As you could see on the previous picture, 200 million salmon died in production last year in Norway, or 2023. Now there are roughly 3 causes for this suffering and these mortality rates that are kind of interconnected. First, salmon are usually rushed through the first half of their lives. So they are given sort of artificial light and warmer water than what would be natural, making them grow quicker, but also ending up with underdeveloped organs, like underdeveloped hearts. Secondly, they are held in quite tight containment, which leads to diseases spreading very quickly. And third, quite related, there's a big issue with lice, so sea lice among salmon, which is problematic in 2 ways. For one, they cause scars on the fish that in turn can get infected. But secondly, the salmon has to go through delousing procedures that in themselves are very problematic for their welfare. So in a report we recently published, also in English, we recommend banning 2 of these delousing methods that we deem especially problematic. One of them is the use of cleaner fish. So that's essentially using other species of fish that feed on lice to sort of eat the lice off the salmon. But although that might be nice for the salmon, the cleaner fish themselves end up with essentially 100% mortality. The second such method we hope can get banned is what is called thermal delousing, which is essentially using very warm water to stun or kill the lice. Again, quite good against lice, but it also causes great stress for the fish, who can often be seen having something like panic attacks. And if you remember, they have quite underdeveloped hearts oftentimes, so they can get heart failure and similar issues. We have some further recommendations in our report, so please do check it out. I would lastly just add some thoughts on why I think AI tools might have some especially low-hanging fruits when it comes to fish farming and salmon farming. So first of all, the sort of welfare monitoring in fish, and especially juvenile fish, is much worse than in land-based animals. So for juvenile fish, we often don't even know the causes of mortality. So just having underwater cameras and some AI tool monitoring that could be, I think, very useful. Secondly, just because the populations are so big, there's just a lot of potential to get data and find, interesting correlations that we haven't thought through yet. And lastly, and here you might hear that I'm no technical expert, but about delousing, there are sort of promising methods of doing that with laser, and that could plausibly be done much more precisely with the help of AI tools. So lastly, I'll just say that I know much more about salmon than I do about AI. So if anyone here has any recommendations or ideas, then please reach out to me or us. Thank you.